How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my Resident Evil 4 Remake All Collectibles guide. This is chapter 9. We're starting off in the courtyard, getting the 9th Castellan. Trying to show you guys a little route with the mouse cursor here. I'm starting on these stairs. You kind of have to follow this route to get to this Castellan. I know the maze can be a little bit confusing. Just follow along with me and you'll find it easy enough. So coming towards those stairs, take a left, then a right, doing kind of a U-turn here. You want to take a right here. I think I turned to the left first, but yeah, you want to go right, left around here, then a right, and in this corner, sneakily tucked away, is the Castellan, right there. Alright, next up we've got the elegant chessboard treasure, again in the courtyard. I'm starting next to this fountain. You'll find when you start running into the dogs in this area. So come past the fountain, around this corner, tucked away in this little area is the chessboard. Sorted. So next we've got a depraved idol, another treasure. Starting in the courtyard again, just at the bottom of the steps. That would allow you to exit this area, but we're going the opposite way. Back this way. Take a right towards where the merchant is. Come through here, take a right again, up these stairs, all the way around, more stairs. Keep going. This is an area you can only access when Ashley is with you, and previously when you were here, Ashley wasn't with us, so we have to come back. This is where we put the key item in to open up that area. It was like the little lantern thing. You'll have one of these knights attack you when you come here. Make short work of him. Right. Once he's dealt with, you can go ahead and get a spinel for getting him. But we're going to hop over here and get this depraved idol. Kind of a long way to backtrack. There's a few backtracky type collectibles in this area. Right. Go on in. Open up this chest and you can get the depraved idol. Nice and easy. So, next we've got an Alexandrite treasure. This one you can only access once you've opened up the area after the courtyard where you have to drop the 3 flags. So go ahead and sort that out and come this way and you can find, I think this is called the Grand Hall or the Great Hall. Just hanging off one of these statues is a lantern. Shoot that down for the Alexandrite. Sorted. So, next up we're going to do the few shooting ranges that you unlock in this chapter. So, in the merchant's room, just to the left through that door, is the shooting range. So I'll show you guys how to get all of the coins for getting these. All you need to get the achievement is S ranks. You don't need to get the perfect score. Get all of the coins kind of thing. We got 2A, 2B, and 2C. We've already done 1A, 1B, and 1C. But this one is the TMP range. A lot of people really dislike this one. I didn't think this one was too bad, to be honest, compared to some of the others. Just make sure when you go in for skulls that you allow the bloom on the TMP to close. You just have to wait a second for that, and it will close a lot, which makes hitting pretty much any of the targets relatively easy, to be honest. So wait for these ones to stack up and then spray a little bit into them. Same with these ones. I think time is really important during this challenge. These dogs can be a little bit difficult to hit the skulls with, considering you're spraying. When you hit the bonus, reload immediately as soon as you hit it. Start spraying the targets that come at the back. You want to sort of line up with this one so you can hit the skull easily. And then get ready for the ones on the right, and then you got to go back to the left and hit another skull. Ones are coming down the middle. Make sure you hit that skull that's coming down the middle towards you. And that's it. I'm surprised so many people thought that one was really tough because of the TMP, but I definitely think there are harder ones. Some of the later ones you get are really tough. Alright, so moving on to 2B then with the riot gun. This one really isn't too difficult. You can take out multiple targets with the riot gun. When you see targets drop down with a skull on them, just make sure you place your cursor over the skull, and that way you will hit it. If you're not centered up with that skull, you probably won't hit it. Kind of want to wait for that shot when all the sailors are out of the way. It's the only way to put it to use. Kind of a difficult shot to make without hitting one of the sailors. Probably the most difficult shot to make. Be ready for the chest to pop up. Try to take out 3 targets at once and wait for the 2 floating targets to hover over the chest. If you sort of aim just above the chest, you'll be good to hit all 3 of those last 3 at the same time. Alright, 2C then. We've got the TMP and the riot gun for this one. Start spraying at the barrel guys for the first, I think, 3 sets that come at you. And on the 3rd one, you just want to tap it a little bit to get the barrel down, because the first guy that has a barrel behind him has a skull. So you want to get rid of the barrel and then aim for the skull. Again, just wait for your bloom to close and you'll be good. We've got these triple targets here that are easy to hit with the riot gun. Switching back, reloading everything, get the riot gun ready on this next set. This first set of targets moves really slowly, so you got plenty of time to be ready for it. Just try to hit in the center of the 3 targets and you should hit them all. Switching to the TMP for these targets. I'm waiting for this skull guy to come forward 1 row, just so I've got more of a chance to hit him. I feel like if you try and hit the skull while he's at the back, you'll probably miss. It's a lot more of a difficult shot. While I'm waiting for him to come around, I'm just picking off other targets. Be ready on the right here and make sure you've reloaded the TMP completely. You don't want to spray too much. You want to make sure that you're saving enough bullets to get the first 2 rows with the TMP, and then be ready to use the riot gun to take out these targets. And that's it. You should get all of your coins for that. You can get all of the stuff out of the charm machine that you can. That's the maximum amount of coins we can get. I think you end up with 15 silvers and 6 golds from doing 3 with perfect scores. Alright, so next up we've got the merchant request, destroy the blue medallions 4. It's just next to the merchant when you enter the area. Okay, so there's another merchant request that's in the same area. Again, we're back in the grand hall. Starting outside where the merchant is, just come up the stairs and the request is just on your left. We can only get 2 of the rats in this chapter. So I'll show you how to get those, and we'll get the 3rd one in the next chapter, in chapter 10. We can get all of the blue medallions though, so let's sweep up a few of those before we continue. We can get 5 here, and then 1 more in a little while. 1 is just back this way, right there, and then we can head up the stairs to get number 2. It's just behind the statue that we need to get the heads for. So let's go ahead and get that one. 3rd one is also in the main hall, just over here. It's hanging with the chandelier in the room, right there. And the 4th one is in the room. I think it's oh no, what are we here to? Yeah, we're getting the 4th one. My timestamps were a little bit off there, but that's okay. This one's down by the lion head. It's just at the back. I'm not going to drop down there and get the lion head just yet, but we'll just come here and get the blue medallion that's on the right side as you enter this room. Number 5 then, we're going back to the grand hall. Come in here. This is where the serpent head is, and the medallion is just in between the curtains at the back on the right side. There we go. So that's the 5 we can get for the moment. We'll get the last one shortly. So the first rat we can get in this chapter, again, I'm starting at the top of the grand hall here. We're going to go back into the room that has the serpent head. And the rat is just around here. Obviously, they can be a little bit different for you, but they will be in that similar area just as you enter the room. Alright, so next up we've got a small key. We need to go back up here now towards where the lion head is. So come in here, and just in this drawer or chair or cupboard, whatever you want to call it, is the small key. Next up we've got a cubic device, and this is used to open a bunch of different treasures. Make sure you grab this one. Need to get this to access a bunch of other treasures. So go ahead and get the cubic device. It's right there. So next up we've got the second rat. You may have seen it running around my feet while I was doing that last collectible, but I'll start back here in the armory just to make it clear. This is where you fight all of the knights for the first time. And come along here to where we got the cubic device, and the rat's just there running around this corridor somewhere. Like I said, we can't get the 3rd one just yet. That'll be in the next chapter. So we got the 6th blue medallion. When you come to the gallery, if you come back here, you can just find it on the back of this pillar right there. So in this room as well, we can get a yellow diamond treasure. For this one, we're going to have to raise the platform again. So after you've cleared out all the enemies, come down here. And you will have to pull this switch to continue along with the story and get the goat's head in this area. I think, or is it a ram's head? I think it might be a ram's head. But either way, we're going to come down here, pull the switch, and then where the platform has been lowered previously and raised now, you can find the treasure. It's just in a chest underneath, hidden away. Be an easy one to miss if you were in a rush. You may not see the chest. A lot of the treasures on the game you can like see through locked doors or places you can't access, whereas this one's a little less obvious. If you just run towards the door, you've got to go up. The yellow diamonds are also one of the more expensive ones. Alright, so for these next few collectibles, you're going to want to backtrack before you use the heads on the statue. Okay, so butterfly lamp. Let's go ahead and slam that in to rotate that the right way. There we go. Okay. So for this next one, we're going to have to go back towards the... Is it the audience chamber or something like that? I forget what it's called now. But yeah, we have to take the little tram thing back a section. So come down here, pass through where the merchant is, jump on this little car, head back, and we can get a couple of treasures. We also need the small key for one of these. So if you haven't got the small key, check the timestamps and you should be able to find the small key if you are just skipping through getting the treasures. One of these requires that. Alright, so we're going to go up here and around, open this up. This will take us back to this area. When you open this door, you'll have a bunch of enemies on the other side, so be ready. Quickly edit out me fighting them. Kind of takes a minute. Come back here then, and you can use this cubic device to open this up and get the treasure out. This one is for the Justitia statue. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but either way, this is where the treasure is. Crack that open, get that treasure sorted. And then, yeah, the audience chamber is what this place is called. We can use the small key to open up the drawer in here to get the gold bar. Again, I showed how to get the small key a little bit earlier in this chapter if you want to go back and get it, if you didn't get it yet. Okay, so next up, this is where we're playing as Ashley. After you've put the heads back in the Great Hall, you'll end up here. Eventually you'll come to a point where you pick up this bunch of keys. That isn't the treasure we're here to get, but it's just a good reference point because Ashley has to grab those just to continue along with the story. So from there, come back down the stairs, all the way around here, and you'll see this area opposite you that you can crouch through. Crouch through there. And you'll have to use the keys to open this. I was fumbling a little bit and putting in the wrong key a couple of times. Really should have paid attention to the emblem that's around the lock, because that's what indicates what key you should use. But yeah, it's that one. It should be the same for you also. Sorted. So next up we've got the Sapphire treasure. Starting from where we just picked up that last treasure, come back out here. And we're going to want to go around this way. Avoid the knights. All the way around. And use this key. Not sure exactly what kind of key that is, but it's that one. Down the elevator then. We're not far off now. Could have sped this up a little bit, but never mind. Doesn't matter. This is a very long chapter for collectibles. We've only got one more to get after this one, which is nice. And then we'll be on to chapter 10. We're moving swiftly through this walkthrough. hop up here and skip this little cutscene. And you can see you're going to have to come back here as Leon to get some treasures, but we can't use any of the key items that he has as Ashley, so let's go ahead and open this up using that bird key, eagle key, whatever it is. Open that, grab yourself the Sapphire. Right, next up we've got the Emerald Treasure. For this one, you're going to have to open up the clocks. If you're playing on assisted or standard, the time will be 11:04. If you're playing on hardcore or pro or professional, it will be 7. So just be mindful of what difficulty you're playing on for the appropriate time. But yeah, I could have shown me running around and sorting the puzzle out, but you know, you have to go through that door with the clock just to progress with the story, so you will end up at this point. Alright, down we go. Okay, so if you take a look at the emblems that are on this door, you've got, I think, eagle, snake, I think it's a stag, and the other one kind of looks like some sort of like, I don't know, dragonfish or something? I don't know, yeah, that one. But if you just copy me, it should be the same for you, as in locations that you've got to go to pull these strings to open up the door. Yeah, I have no idea what this emblem's supposed to be. I don't pay attention, I just mash the shapes. Alright, there's the eagle. Get that one done, and then the door will open for you. Sorted. If these guys are getting too close, then just hit them with that lantern. But yeah, this is the last one, it's just around this corner. You need to use the keys to open it. Hopefully these guides are helping you out. Let me know if they are in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. The playlist will be linked in the description and also on screen somewhere for you now. Have a great day, and until next time, take it easy.